And so it starts off by talking about Jesus getting into this boat. There are such large crowds at this point that have gathered around him. There's a lot of curiosity around him. They want to see him healing. They want to hear what he has to say. That Jesus goes and he gets in a boat and he puts a little bit of distance between him and the people. And one of the things I always like to mention in this passage of scripture is this idea of boundaries. And there are other reasons for that we're going to get into in a minute. But it's this idea of boundaries. Why did Jesus get in this boat? Why didn't he want to be close to the people? Well, if you think about it, the amount of people that have come at this point, they're large crowds, not just crowds, but large crowds. They are scammering to get close to Jesus. And for him to be able to meet the people's needs and serve them, because what they really need is not necessarily this one-on-one conversation where they touch him. He wants to be able to teach them and speak to their hearts and their minds and their spirits. For him to be able to give them what they truly need, he has to give himself a little bit of distance. There has to be a boundary there. And I think in ministry, sometimes what we do is we pour out and pour out and pour out. And I'm not even saying this just for ministry leaders. Maybe this is happening in your own life where we continue to pour out and it gets to the point where it is so draining and it's more than we can handle. Sometimes we need to take a step back and we need to put a little bit of distance between us and the people we're called to serve in our circle of influence. And we see that example with Jesus over and over. He had really good boundaries.